This video demonstrates just an introduction to Bridge. It's Chapter 3, Exercise 3.7, page 52. Go ahead and open Bridge from InDesign, which you would do by going File, make sure you're in InDesign, go File, Browse in Bridge. Now I know some of the classroom computers aren't properly running Bridge, so I chose to kind of show you an introduction just so you have a really good idea and you can experiment on the computers that do have it as well as your own personal computer. So automatically InDesign opens Bridge from the interface. Mine is running a little slow today. Okay, so the Bridge interface is open. And step 2 has us ensure that the Essentials workspace is selected from the Workspace Switcher dropdown at the upper right of the screen. And Essentials is selected. If you're not sure, just click on it. Step 3, from the Favorites or Folders tab in the upper left of the interface, navigate to the Chapter 3 exercise folder. Okay, so you can do it from Favorites, you can go to Desktop, or you can just go straight to Folders and double click on the Desktop Chapter 3 exercise folder. Okay. If necessary, scroll to locate exercise 3_6_start. And I have that here. And then right click, or you can control click this little icon at the very top. Choose the Show Linked Files. So Bridge displays the Costa Rica province's low-res file that has been linked to the document. And so that's kind of a really nice, handy tool that InDesign provides, a quick way to sort of see your links as well. So go ahead and click the back arrow. At the upper left corner of the interface, which is up here, to go back to where we were. So step 6, click the rightmost arrow and click Links to open the Links folder. So it sort of shows us a notation at the bottom left of the panel indicating that the folder contains 14 items. And that would be hard for you to see in the video. Scroll that up. There we go. Lower left, 14 items. If necessary, scroll to locate the Flower 6 JPEG image thumbnail and click to select it. There we go. Now I'm going to shrink this document window just a little bit more so it fits. There we go. Press the spacebar on your keyboard to open the image in full screen preview mode, and the image will fill the display window. Very nice. Click once on the image to zoom to 100%. Rather large photo there. And click to select it. You can kind of see how it zooms back and forth. and then drag to inspect it. You can see close-up portions of your image as well. Okay, so click it again to fit the image back in the window. Drag the mouse up and down to zoom in and out. You can also use the plus and minus keys on your keyboard to zoom in and out. Okay, step 9, still in full screen preview mode, navigate to the next and previous images in the folder using the right and left arrow keys on your keyboard. Very interesting. When you're done exploring, press Escape to close the preview mode and return to Bridge. So I hit Escape. Step 10, click the Refine button on the upper left of the screen and choose Review Mode from the drop-down menu. Refine would be here, and it looks like a little bit of a strange icon compared to what shows in the book, just slightly different. But again, click on it, and then you want to choose the Review Mode. And that's also, you can obtain that by hitting Control or Command B. Use the right and left arrow controls at the lower left of this window, and you would not be able to see these, but they're at the very bottom, and you can go back and forth through your images that way as well. When a non-insect image appears in the central viewing window, click the down arrow to remove it from the review. So there's a non-insect image. I'm going to go ahead and click that down arrow if you see it to your lower left. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, next click the image with the zoom tool to open up or to open the loop. So you've got the zoom tool. And then we can actually go around that image with the zoom. Very, very cool. We can see that image a little bit closer and sort of the details of it. Use the plus and minus keys to zoom in and out. And then click the loop to close it. Step 13, using your arrow keys to navigate through the remaining images. Right-click or control-click each image and add a star rating and or label from the context menu. So go ahead and get out of the loop here. Control-click. Oops. There we go. Control-click. And then you can add a rating. I'll add a 3-star rating there. You can add a label as well to that context menu. And you're not able to see sort of that in my window right now. Okay, so step 14, click the New Collection button at the lower right of the window. That's like a little square with a plus. And then in the New Collection dialog, we'll enter the name insects. Okay, and then when you save a new collection, you'll get bounced out of the review mode and back into Bridge. And now you can kind of see that you added a star rating to that, and this is actually a collection of images. Step 15, click the Collections tab in the lower left column in Bridge. And choose the Insects collection. Oops. This insect photos appear in the content window, and that's really all our collections. So obviously if you had other collections, if you clicked on them, you would be able to navigate through different collections of photographs. Step 16, click the back arrow at the upper left of the screen to return to the links folder. Drag the slider at the bottom right of the content pod to zoom in and out of the thumbnails. It's here. So you can see those thumbnails get bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller. Step 17, click the boomerang icon at the upper left of the interface to return to InDesign. That would be here. Okay, go to File, New Document. Select the iPad Retina preset you created in an early exercise. That exercise was 3.3 if you were following back from that early on. Document presets and application preferences. Starting on page 40, that's where we started for that particular exercise. Click OK to open the new document. Okay, step 19, switch to Bridge and select 8 of the images in the links folder by holding the Command key or Control if you're on a PC and clicking them with the selection tool. Okay. Click and hold one of the selected images and drag from Bridge into InDesign to load the multi-place cursor. Okay, I'm going to move over this way a little bit. I'm going to drag right in here, InDesign. I think I may have to move over just a little bit. There we go. Make sure that Control or Command key is clicked still. Okay, so step 20, click the document with the loaded cursor, which we have here. You can see it has a little number 8 there, so we kind of know that it's holding 8 images. And holding the mouse, drag on a diagonal down into the right draw frame. Release the mouse to place your first image. Repeat that for the remaining loaded images. Four, 5, 6, 7. Of course, you can make it look pretty once you've done so. Okay, so go ahead and save this file as exercise 3_7. It is not required at this current time for you to submit unless you are otherwise told. So that's a little introduction to Bridge. And so we'll move into chapter 4 next. See you in the next video.